avant-garde approach to sound, but like a virtuosic approach to chamber music.
I've listened to your album. It sounds terrific. And can you tell me something about it?
So on our album is all pieces of music that were written specifically for us. You know, listening to it, it's like that fine balance that we always enjoy the most, which is like avant-garde approach to sound, but like a virtuosic approach to chamber music.
Yeah, and it's worth noting too that Andrea doubles on accordion for two of the pieces of the five, and that I mean just contributes exponentially to this sound world possibility. Dennis Sullivan's piece "Under Nails" it starts off the album, which is I mean, in this piece, we're all playing our main instruments, but we're also playing percussion. All four of us play percussion inside the piano at some point in the piece. The piano without the lid on, with multiple attachments inside. Jay's singing and speaking through a vocoder. At one point, we all sing. Andrea's performing on a sampler inside the piano, in addition to her keyboard, the real piano, and then Chris is also playing on a sampler. And it's just one of these pieces that just, you don't really know where the sounds are coming from. It's such a sort of like a hectic world, but a beautiful world that makes sense on its own. And you know, Sam Pluta's piece features Andrea on accordion, and this is the one that was adapted with Chris on percussion. And this is the only version that you sort of hear this, you know, incredible. There's a sound world, this unique sound world that blends all the instruments sort of into this singular sound world with the drums, and it's very powerful, very loud. Nicholas Deo's piece is a long sort of journey.
Brutality.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Brutality. I mean, it builds over the course of 20 minutes, and you know, Philip's piece, as Jay described before, just this virtuosic, rhythmic. Just adventure for us. And then my piece at the end, which is just this digital overwhelming noise. I think that's probably the most noise-based piece. So the album, as Dan said too, it's sort of strangely coherent for all of the wide-ranging and sort of envelope-pushing sounds that you hear throughout.
Any new hot music?
So I'll just start off by saying that right now, in particular, with this pandemic time, we're in an isolated environment. Folks in our field are looking for alternatives to the live performance idiom, and so what that means is that, you know, there's a lot of exploration into technology, into performing live stream concerts. I mean, recordings might be the only way we have to speak to each other in the next couple months, right? So there's I think there's a renewed effort to sort of decide what the difference is between a live performance and this new paradigm. Well, what does this mean going forward with the live streams and the you know, sort of this collective music making, but isolated. I think that we're starting to really understand that the idea of community is important in some ways, and that obviously you don't have the quality of a studio recording in a live stream presentation, but you do have some of the energy and some of the community.
You know, maybe like these new platforms, like what Aaron was talking about a little bit, you know, will become the norm, and something positive out of a negative situation will evolve, which is potentially exciting. So it's kind of tricky to predict what the future is going to be like, but you know, with what I've just seen right now on like social media and on the internet, it seems like it could go into a positive direction. So hopefully that happens. You know,
something Jay and I have been taking part in is an initiative by the American Composers Alliance. They are doing this project called the Shelter Recordings, and they're finding musicians to perform and record works that had not been recorded in the past. So we recently discovered this piece for guitar and piano by Robert Helps from the 90s, and we were really happy that we did. It's a beautiful piece, and it's just a really nice initiative by the Composers Alliance. Like, why not commission or not commission, but hire musicians to play these works right now. It's the best time because we've had a lot of our regular gigs canceled and we're looking for new pieces. We're looking for new initiatives. So it just came at a really nice time and we were happy to discover a piece like that.
That I'm working on right now with one of my groups is about exploring live stream platforms as a means of performance and finding different sort of software solutions for broadcasts that allow you to be live and at one with the community. My group Thing and Why is doing another opera. We produced one at the end of April, which was sort of our first live stream exploration, and we'll do another one in a month. And I think that's for me, it was a really meaningful experience, and it's sort of like the pioneering, or one of the groups that's pioneering this new exploration into this new platform and using it in ways that's not just to replicate, a recording but not as good, or to replicate a performance but not as good, but seeing it as its own medium.